As we all know, I've been emotionally abused by my parents. And I'm not saying that so you guys can feel sorry for me. My parents do love me. They do provide for me. But emotionally, no, and they don't know how to deal with a child with a disability like me. So anyways, remember I was reading this book? So I was going to tell you what I read about it. It's very interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you guys. I don't really care. Well, I kind of do and kind of don't. But I'm going to keep talking about this book. Because it's helpful to me, so it might be helpful to other people. And most people say, why are you a go-lucky girl and always happy if you had so much problems in the past? Well, I do because I just look at it that I'm alive for some reason and God has a plan for me. I believe in God. And I believe God surrounded me by positive people. There's always going to be people that are positive, and there's always going to be people that are negative. There's always going to be some people stay in your life only for like a year or 2 years or 9 months just to teach you something just so they can leave. But God puts everybody in your life for a reason. And God puts somebody out of your life for a reason. You might not know the reason. Maybe it's to make you, just to give you a little push and then they'll leave. So anyways, back to the book. Me rambling on. It's, look at yourself with the round eyes and look with compassion. Instead of constantly judging yourself, here are some suggestions to help you train in your quicker eyes for a compassionate one. Whenever you make a mistake or fail to reach a particular goal, instead of letting your inner critic take over and cherish you, magnificently tell yourself, I'll spell the word. Don't make fun of me. I don't know big words, but I do know how to read. MERCILESSLY. Tell yourself, I did the best I could, or I'm only human and humans make mistakes. This is not the same as making excuses for your behavior. It is a compassionate acknowledgement that we can all fail, even when we try our hardest. You will be far more motivated to try harder the next time if you talk to yourself in a kind, understanding way than if you tear down your self-esteem. Another one. Whenever you make a mistake or fail to reach a particular goal, remind yourself that you are valued and not depends on your achievement. Remind yourself that you have an inherent value and worth. Your establishment, your standards yourself. Necessary for yourself. Another one. Whenever you fail to reach a goal, ask yourself whether your goal was a reasonable one. Did you set your sights too high? Consider who you are today and your present circumstances. Often we set goals or have experienced ourselves that are not realistic. Begin to set more realistic expectations for yourself. Instead of setting goals that are impossible to reach, set goals that are possible and will give you self-esteem and boost when you reach them. How do you create a nurture inner voice? How do you substitute a more positive weapon voice to take the place of your inner critic voice of your parents? Just as you need to plant seeds or bulbs in order to get a garden, you need a plant of nurturing voice in yourself. Begin by going inside you and constantly creating an intimate connection with yourself. Many people don't know how to do this. Others are afraid to do it because their inner life seems like a cold, unnatural place. You can start by simply asking yourself, how do I feel? I feel high on life. I love life. As many times as a day as you can. Think of it. You may need to prompt yourself to go inside by leaving yourself writing moments like check in with self on how you are feeling. And I accomplished my goal. Can't tell you what it is because then I won't accomplish it. Number 2. Bring up nurturing but strong inner voices, one that is deeply connected to inherent strength, godliness, and wisdom with yourself, your essence. Some people are realistic able to find such a voice, with others have more difficulty. If you find that it is difficult to find a nurturing voice, about the voice of someone you know who is nurturing but strong, your therapist, a spouse, or a lovely friend. Whenever you find you're criticizing yourself or being hard on yourself, number 3. This is what number 3 is, sorry. Whenever you find yourself criticizing yourself or being hard on yourself, consider switching to the more nurturing voice. This is especially important for people who are highly critical. Me, I'm highly critical of myself. A parent, they need to replace their parents' critical negative voice with a more nurturing, compassionate inner voice. Number 4, make it a practice to regularly give yourself credit for the progress you have made or for the good things you have done. I don't give myself credit for the good things I do. I only focus on the negative. Most of the time. People in my work and my boss and people around me have more credit than I do, and more self-confidence in me and I do. I'm full of life and still eager to learn. I'm just bettering myself by reading this book and hopefully going to do everything it says to get my life straight and my emotions straight. I mean, my emotions are in check, but I don't cry, and I'm constantly thinking I'm a failure at everything, like at work, or I'm at my house, or with dealing with money. I'm constantly feeling like a failure, or I feel like I can't do something, and that's not right. Bye!